Hello everyone, Çağatay speaking. I would like to start the product promotion of our dog breed detection application, which we have developed for people and present you now. Before proceeding the promotion of the product that we have made with my dear project friends, I would like to have a little talk about our dog friends for you. Next, Matt. A four-legged companion in your life can bring a bounty of rewards. Not only do pets offer love and affection, but they can help keep your immune system strong, reduce depression, even lower blood pressure. Part of finding the right dog, of course, is getting to know yourself. What hobbies do you enjoy? Is the dog meant for you, kids or grandma? A dog should be for life, the dog's life. So think hard about the pooch you hope to have.
May I ask a question?
Yes.
Do you have a dog?
Yes, I'm a dog father. Chow Chow.
Chow. What
Yes.
is this? What's his kind? What's his breed?
Chow Chow, it's him breed.
The
her
breed. The
Chow
name?
Chow.
The name?
Yes, Chow
The
Chow.
name?
Her name Luna.
No, the name. What?
Luna.
How old is she or he?
4 months.
4 months. Still a kid, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So do you like the dogs?
Of course, sir.
Okay, and the other group members, I'm just curious. Birge, do you have dog?
No, teacher.
Will it?
No, I have a cat.
You have a cat?
Yes.
And Mert, Kemal?
I don't have a dog, but I would love to have a dog.
You love them. Okay, let's continue.
Thank you. Next, Mert. Why did I tell you all this? Because you can find your own dog friend while walking on the street, taking classes at school, or when you don't expect it at all. And you can find out his or her breed by taking a picture of him instantly. Now, I would like to say that all of you are welcome to our product review. Also, first of all, I would like to say something. I would like to say that we will consider your recommendations you gave on user-friendly in the previous group. So we have expressed our own ideas for user-friendly parts. We try to keep the design part as simple as possible so that our application
for the user-friendly
yes.
claim, are
Yes.
you gonna apply some simple experiments or survey with your friends? So try to see that, check the user-friendly dimensions you can find it in any software book or in an application. So you can ask the users if it's easy to download, if it is easy to take pictures, if it is easy, blah, blah, and ask the users as a survey. So user can fill 5, 6 questions and giving some scores between 1 and 5, right? Linking like that. So then you can.
Teacher, I did beta test. I will tell you in next slides for you.
Okay, but beta test is different, right? So beta test is focusing on the functionality. But user-friendly survey is different. So you can apply a user. So when the product is ready, you can ask the people if they found it user-friendly by asking several aspects of being user-friendly. So check the internet and just quickly ask 5 questions for your friends, get some scores and get them averages and report in your final report. Okay. Let's continue.
Yes. So we aim to make it very easy to use. And next, Mert. We have designed help pages to guide you how to use our application when you first download it. We have designed it to provide camera access, to take and upload a photo of the dog, or to show that you can upload photos from the gallery. We kept the icons of these pages simple, and as a result, after 3 quick steps, you can proceed to start section. Also, Mert will already tell you about these steps and video version of the application operation, as well as a more detailed version in a little while. Next. You can see as the percentage of Android Android and iOS. We preferred Android because there are more users than iOS, as you see. So Mert will continue now.
Hello, I'm Matt. I will start with explaining the functional and non-functional requirements.
Matt, can I interrupt you for a second?
Yes.
So, did you upload these applications as we talk in the last code review to Android Studio, Android Play, Google Play?
Yes, we have, but it needs to be, I think, overlooked.
Process?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I think from Google Play, so it takes a little while.
So please mention in your final report, and if it is already acknowledged that it is ready, please share the link or whatever the screenshot from the Google Play. All right?
Okay.
Okay. Continue.
The implementation of these will be seen on the demo video. First part of the requirements are about our interface part. The very first requirement is about giving some information to user on how to use the app. In order to achieve this, we created a 3-piece slide screen that guides the user on how to use the simple functionalities of the application, like taking a photo or selecting an existing photo from gallery. Second requirement is about accessing the camera and the gallery. In the main interface screen, we have two clickable buttons. The camera button first asks for camera permission from the user. Then if the permission is given, opens the camera to take photos. The gallery button takes the user to device's gallery to pick an existing photo. Third requirement states that the picked photo should be sent to the model and get the results and accuracy rates. We print the dog breed name and the accuracy rates of the prediction one after the other on the screen right after the user picks the photo. Fourth one is about being able to predict another image after being done with one. In order to make this process simple, we do not change any buttons after predicting an image, so the user can simply use these buttons again to predict another image, whether from camera or from gallery. And the last functional requirement says that the result screen should include the photo picked along with the breed name. We have fulfilled this requirement by simply resizing the taken photo and setting our logo image view to this taken photo instead. Here we have our non-functional performance requirements. First one is about the accuracy rates. We usually get high accuracy results from our predictions, higher than 90%, even when there are some different objects other than the dog in the photo. Again, this can be seen in the demo video. The situations where we get less than 90% accuracy are usually when the photo is too blended. Second one is about the speed of getting and printing the result. Our prediction and printing is done in less than 1 second. There is no delay even when the accuracy rate is too low. Third one states that the interface should be simple and easy to use. Like I said, our application has a slide guide at the beginning of our application to help the user. Other than that, the main screen only has 2 buttons, and both buttons have informative names on what they do. And lastly, none of our interface screens have a response time more than 5 seconds. Every execution is done less than a second, other than the splash screen in the beginning. So here we have a little video about the application. So this one's our app. We click on the app. The first screen is a splash screen with our logo, and it slowly fades. This is our slide guide. It tells the user to give permission for the camera, then it tells to take a dog photo. We can navigate forward by clicking the next button below, or simply slide between the screens. And lastly, it informs the user on the ability to upload an existing image from the gallery. Then we click Start button to get to the main activity. Here you can see we have a camera button and the gallery button. When you click on camera button, it initiates the camera. It also shows some pop-up messages like camera is open. We simply take the photo and click on tick, and it shows the breed name and the accuracy rate. If we click the gallery button, application takes us to devices gallery, so we can pick a photo by simply clicking on it. As we can see, we usually get high accuracy rates even when the photos are a little complex.
Okay, can I ask a question?
Yes.
Okay, thank you for the good presentation. So for the requirements, you mentioned about the requirements. I am asking that if there are some requirements that you cannot meet, partially or completely.
We had one, yes.
Which one is that?
We mentioned that we thought that we would send the user to a Google page where it contains the dog breeds information about it, but we didn't apply it to our application.
But you can do it, right? Until 2 days.
I think we can, yes.
Any other?
I don't think we did.
The other group members? Do you think
No,
that is
teacher,
there?
The only thing is
we
information.
met with all requirements.
Okay. For the user menu, do you have anything other than what you showed me on the during the application
Well,
deployment?
it's coming up
other-
in the next.
It's coming up. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's continue. Thank you.
And lastly, if we pick a photo that is not a dog, or when the accuracy rate is too low, it pops up an error message that tells the user about the low accuracy and to try another photo.
Yes, because in your, I think, use case, there is one thing that's saying that it's not a dog, right? There is something like that in
Yes.
your use cases. One of your use cases is that you are just giving the warning that it's not dog or there is no dog in the picture, right?
Yes, it was like another page, but we transformed it to a pop-up error message.
Okay, thank you. Let's continue.
On the deployment side, deploying applications on Android and Google Play is easy. Just the developer account is needed. The user simply goes to Google Play, types the application name, in this case it is DocCam, and click on download to start downloading the app. Once it is done, you can just open the app and start using it. Now Bilge will continue.
Hi, teacher. It's Bilge. We had we made all requirements, functional requirements for model and app. Next slide, please. I will tell you about some test scenarios and how we solved our bug. Our first test scenario is an animal lover user downloaded our application to learn his dog's breed. He took a photo of his dog using the DocCam application and got the correct result as expected. But when the user wanted to try the application on his cat too, when he took the photo of his cat, the application returned a result even though it had low accuracy. The user thought that this result should not have been shown on the screen without any warning, since the application was a dog breed classifier. And our solution, in order to prevent this situation, we added a pop-up error message that warns the user about the low accuracy rate and suggests using another photo. Next slide, please. You can see both situation when a user upload a dog picture, but when user upload other than dog, you can see the error.
Okay. For the being user friendly, for the sake of being user friendly, I would suggest you to change this message. For example, you can say that this is none of the dog breeds that we know of currently. For example, you can change this, or you can put a little humor inside in that message, because the accuracy is too low, a little bit more engineering style, right? So instead of, you would say that it looks like that there is no dog in that picture that we know of, like that. Okay.
Okay, teacher,
So
we
you
will
can
change
think,
that.
you can think of like that, because now you are just pay attention to the accuracy rate, blah blah, but the user is most interested in the breed of the dog, and of course anyone can try with a cat, and then it would understand that you take case precaution about these instances, and you would say that it's not the dog that we know of, for example. Okay, let's continue.
You are teacher, you are right, teacher. But I thought you know our dataset not include doesn't include all dog breed type. Maybe
So that's why I am saying that not a dog that we know of.
yes.
We
Okay,
know
teacher.
of.
Okay.
We are not saying that it's not a dog. We are saying that it's not a dog that we know of.
Okay, teacher. Next slide, please. In another test scenario, a traveler who is traveling and has an interest and love for dogs encounters a stray dog while traveling. The man, who is familiar with dog breeds in his own country but cannot guess the breed of the dog in the country he is traveling to, decides to download the application. The man downloads the DogCam app from the Google Play Store and takes photo of the dog with the camera. DogCam detects the breed of dog with 99% security, and the result satisfies the user. So the guy gives 5 stars to the DogCam app on Google Play and leaves a positive comment. Next slide.
There is a problem in that scenario. Assume that you provided a name for that dog, the breed name, with 99% accuracy. But how can I ensure that it is that breed? For example, you can easily return the accuracy 99 for all the cases with wrong prediction. So, as I suggested 10 minutes ago, and it was in your actually SRS document, actually you need to show some proof that your accuracy is right or your prediction is right by returning, for example, some sample pictures of that breed. So if I were you, I either direct to a web page that includes some pictures of that breed, or I can do a simple Google image search for that kind of breed. Do you understand? For example, if you decide that the dog is Chocho, right?
Evet.
And then you can search the Google Chocho, the image search. Then you can put the first 10 images to the user. The dog looks like a Chocho. Look at these example of dogs from that breed. Now you can claim that, or you can let the user check your accuracy by comparing these images from the Google and your prediction. Do you understand my suggestion?
Yes, teacher.
Do you think that it works?
Yes. Now,
Others,
after that, user can make sure 100% it's correct result.
yes. The others, the teammates, can you do it?
I think we can, yes.
So you can add some final screen giving the dog picture taken by the user and the example pictures from the Google search. And so he can also compare by his eyes or her eyes. Okay, let's continue.
Next slide, please. User acceptance test is a type of testing performed by end user or client to verify or accept the software system before moving the software application to the production environment. Alpha testing is a type of acceptance testing performed to identify all possible issues and bugs before releasing the final product to end user. We used Appium, an automation tool for acceptance testing. First, we reviewed and analyzed the state and current requirements and features. Based on the results of step 1, we defined and developed a test plan with a comprehensive set of test cases. Then we executed the test plan and test cases. After that, we logged and detected error found in application and fixed it. Finally, we retested. While performing all these test producers, we used the Appium name automation tool, teacher. Next slide, please. Appium is an open source and cross-platform test automation tool for running Android and iOS scripts using a WebDriver testing native apps, mobile web apps, and hybrid apps. I tried to prepare my own test code in Appium. Next slide, please. And finally, we met with end user and applied beta test. Beta testing is a type of external user acceptance testing and is the final round of testing performed before a product is finally released to the wider audience. In this testing, nearly completed 95% version of the software, known as the beta version is released to a limited number of end user for testing. This beta testing method is performed to gain feedback on accessibility, usability, reliability, functionality, and other aspects of the developed software. We chose the Android platform, then we invited beta testers. We developed our product according to the feedback and suggestions of the beta testers we invited. By evaluating the feedback provided by real user, we deeply understood whether it offers a great experience, and we received mostly positive feedback. Teacher?
Have you done this?
Yeah, with my friends, teacher.
So, for example, how many people there are in the test and how many returned what scores for each dimensions, each questions?
We did with 15 people.
So where are the numbers in the presentation? Do you have the numbers?
Sorry, teacher, can you tell again?
Do you have the numbers in the presentations? We have so many testers. They replied to, for example, the question A with 4.8, the question B 4.1. Do you have these numbers?
Yes, teacher, but I didn't prepare like a survey or something. How
you conducted the acceptance test? You are talking about that there are some dimensions of the test, right?
Yes.
So how can you give us the result of this test?
Maybe just we did face to face. Like I know we didn't do well. Maybe 100% correctly because I'm doing first time this kind of thing.
Do you understand my question? So I am saying that, for example, I have 10 students. They all understand the course that I teach. But you can ask them, how do you know that they understand it? What's the final grades, right, in the exam? I said that I didn't execute a final exam. Then you would say, how do you know that they know? So you need to ask questions, get the answers, and average the answers for each question. And then you would say that according to the user acceptance stance in beta test, the user friendliness is 4.5. I don't know. Easy to deploy is 5.0. I don't know. Do you understand this?
Yes.
Otherwise, you are talking about how to execute a beta test, but there is no result from your test.
I will do it again, teacher.
Okay, if you can do it and add this to the final report, all right?
Okay.
So you can argue that we have done this. Otherwise, it looks like a story.
Okay, teacher.
Let's continue.
Next slide, please. And now, my friend Velid, continue.
Hello, it's Velid. As my friend Murat explained the requirements part, we've worked on an analysis to understand the percentage of requirements met. We succeeded in meeting all the features required, except for one feature as mentioned before, which is displaying information about the predicted dog, which was omitted, aiming to keep the application's aim clear and simple for detecting the dog breed. Another reason is to keep an idea in mind for the next version upgrade if we still keep working on the application and we find funders for it. Next slide. So for the end user support, an onboarding interface was designed and developed to be displayed for first-time users as a user manual or guide to the application, which explains the job simply. Next. And also for receiving feedback or any problems a user could face, they will be able to inform us by leaving a comment on our application on Google Play. That's for now. Next. Thank you for listening, and we're here for your questions.
Okay, thank you. So I would like to ask you one by one again. So let's begin with Velid. What's your specific contribution in the end product?
My specific contribution in the end product was in the mobile part, from code design to the end user interface design, along with my friend Martin Chatai. Documentation and research was also done during the project phase.
Okay. Bilge?
The whole machine learning part and the interface editing and testing part for the application, teacher.
All right. Çağatay?
I was a mobile part, sir.
Mobile part, is that? Okay. And Mert, Kemal?
Mostly it was mobile parts, interfaces, but we all had tasks for the documentation.
Okay. So I would like to clarify that in the mobile part, what you have decided. So I think you have some misunderstanding. Some of them, some different work with Flutter, some of them with Android Studio. So what you have decided finally?
So finally, we've decided to complete working on the application Mart started developing on Android Studio. The Flutter application was omitted as well, as we found Mart is more experienced in the Android side. So the Flutter application was developed and was ready, but this one is the one that we're going to present to you at the end of this semester.
Okay, there's the last question here. I remember that there are several images for the window images. I mean that in the mobile application, in the SRS document or design, in the design document. So have you implemented all these windows?
There was an onboarding page containing 4 slides The first one that shows the logo, and 3 that explains how to use the application. And this one, the onboarding page contains of 3 because we already have a splash screen which shows the logo, so there will be no need for it. And previously in the SRS, we showed that after predicting the dog breed, we will forward the user to another interface, to another page, so they see the result. But now everything is done in one interface. This is the only difference. The functionality remains the same, so changes will be applied on the SRS document.
Okay, so Çağatay, I think you have fixed the problem in importing the model to the Android Studio. Am I right?
No, teacher, it's done by myself.
No, importing to the Android Studio. Who did this?
I did
Mert
converting.
or Çağatay?
Mert, I guess he's the one who did the import.
Me, yes. We have worked with Bilge to convert it.
Converted TensorFlow.
Okay, do you have any problem in running this model in Android Studio, Mert?
No, teacher.
No, we don't at the moment, at least.
Okay. Do you want to add something as a final word?
I would like to inquire about one thing. Now, if
Yes,
we,
please.
yeah, since we've 2 days for the report, and we believe that one of the features has to be omitted, and you yourself, you kind person, asked us to add like info about the dog to, prove that the dog.
If you like.
Oh, I see.
If you like, I think it could be a very good property feature of the application. So I would understand that you think about how to convince the user that your prediction is correct, right? Because I would say it is Chocho, but you are not sure that if it is Chocho. I provide you some, for example, 10 first 10 pictures from the Google search, image search. Then you might think that, oh, this application is really taking care of what is it saying, what is it suggesting.
Sure.
Am I right?
We
I think
promise
you
to
can.
work on it.
You do it right because you are Muhammed yourself, Çağatay, Mert. You know how to do it in Android Studio or Flutter, so you can do it in one day. I believe so.
Yeah, that's true. But I just have we just had, let's say, we just had another idea, which is
What?
including the Wikipedia link for a dog breed, for example, when.
Yeah, but you know that to go to the Wikipedia, I will just leave the application. I will get out of your application. It's not a good idea, I believe. If I were you, I will put the 5, 6, 10 images from the Google, and I can easily download and get these into the application. And when I provide the results, I can put a next page like that, see some examples from that dog breed. Then I click it and I can see and I can compare my image or my dog image with respect to the images coming from the search result. I would like to do this, and I would like to see as a supporting idea.
Sure, we will work on it. And one last thing,
Yes.
we're now about to, upload our final report. So we're stuck in one part, which is the class diagram. Since our application is an offline application and does not rely on internet, and since we do not have a system or a subsystem, what is
But
your advice for us?
You have the layers of the presentation layers, right?
That's true.
In the Android Studio, as far as I remember, there are the layers. Am I right?
Yeah.
So you can share these layers.
The layers and the functionality between them, right?
You have the functionality, and there are so you can mention about these. All right.
So
But
the
don't
same
forget
goes.
the budget and the timeline, blah, blah. I wrote these into the internet report as well.
True, and the same goes for the rest of the diagrams, right? Like, I just want to meet your expectations.
Just try to be specific about the design. Of course, your design or most of the designs in that project groups depends on the mobile application or web application. So try to be specific try to provide more information about your design. Of course, we use this template. Okay, you can check the second template. Did I mention? I think in the intermediate
That's
one.
true.
Just take a look at it, please. Okay, so try to improve your final report. But I already provide the grades points, even they do not exist as the name implies. For example, the configuration diagram. I look for into the report. I provided full credit still, because I know that you don't have such a diagram in the implementation.
That's true.
But try to be specific. Okay.
Clearly understood. Thank you so
But
much.
don't forget the budget and the timelines, because you can do it for any project.
That's true. That's true. We will do so.
Another comments? Okay, thank you for the presentation.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.